stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. You know what I mean? And that is why, you know what I mean? To be truly good at something, all you've got to do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or in a. That's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do. And that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I I feel good in my mind. I mean, it's my life. I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse. So I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size. We're eating every single night each. We're eating good. We're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to. I was always getting pestered. What are you doing with your life? You're doing this, doing that. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know what MMA was. They didn't know what none of this. They didn't know I could make a career out of it. As far as they were concerned, my man and dad I'm talking about. As far as they were concerned, I was just getting into a cage and fighting with some other guy. They didn't know nothing about it. No one did really, but I knew. You know what I mean? I knew. But and then I ended up getting a trade just to keep them quiet. Because I used to have a lot of fights with that.
What trade did you get?
I ended up getting a trade as a plumber. Literally up in the back arse and nowhere up in Wicklow, the Wicklow Mountains. And funny enough, that site was one of the biggest sites in Europe. Kiltiernan was right at that skiing place. Huge. And now it's just abandoned. Now it's just deserted. So I used to go up there 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on that M50. I used to have to walk to the N4. About half an hour from my house, wait for some Limerick guy that I didn't even know. He'd drive on the M4 and I had to flag him down. Nightmare, yeah. 2 hours down on the M50, 2 hours back. Literally 14-hour days, and I was the first year, so I had to go and do everything. I had to go to the shop. I had to go and get this and get that. So I always had trouble with that, and I was like, this isn't for me. This is not for me.
How long did you last?
I lasted 18 months doing it. But it was tough, you know. Just it wasn't a life for me, you know. And then John said, because I was training with John as well at the time. And then John got in touch and says, I have a show, I'm running a show, I'd like to fight on it. And then that was it. I just packed it in, didn't show up. My dad used to come in and punch the head on me and like try and drag me out of bed. And I just wouldn't go. You know what I mean? I had an uproar for a good few years when I'm over. But and that was it. I just packed it in, quit, and then focused on training. I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There's a lot of stressful years. You know what I mean? A lot of tough times. But I proved them wrong. I proved myself right. I cannot put one thing on it, John. I just love this life that I have created. I love this business. I do not. I enjoy. I don't want to be anywhere else but here. So every day I am enjoying myself. I wake up every day. I pinch myself. You want to see the room I'm sleeping in. You want to see the bed I'm sleeping in. You want to see the home that I'm living in. There's an elevator in the home. So I'm on the third floor and I go out, click the button, and it goes from the third floor to the first floor. I open up the elevator and I go and eat some breakfast, and then we go stretch out in the sun. And we have a big pool, a jacuzzi. Look, I'm just enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Gratitude is one of the most strongest forms of power in attracting good things. You know, if you truly feel grateful for the things in your life, I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things. Now I might be celebrating the bigger things, but I always celebrate every little good thing that would happen to me in my life, even before I had any kind of money or any of that. I would celebrate and I would feel grateful for it, and it just gave me more. And this is exactly the same thing that's happening right now. I still remain grateful, and more comes.
If somebody said to you, you'll have or you'll be as successful as you are now, what would you had said back then?
I believe you. That's what I would have said. Because I did believe.
Yes.
I believed in it. I had very few people who told me that. I had a small group of people that would tell me something like that. Other than that, it was just me telling myself.
Yep.
So if someone came up to me and told me that all the way back then, I'd say you're damn right.
I don't know how you do it. You seem immune to pressure. You got an entire nation on your shoulders, and you rise above it once again.
Yeah, I don't just knock them out. I picked around, John. Yeah, I said this. I'm sure you're probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not going to do what he says he's going to do. You're probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again. And I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this. I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm going to do something. Putting it out there for the world to see, and then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're going to do and go and do it. When you're chasing your dream and when you're working hard, chasing something you love and completely dedicated, it just happens. You can't really notice it. You know, even still to this day, I'm in an amazing position in my life, but I'm still working like I'm not. I'm still working like I'm not in this position.
Absolutely.
I'm still working like none of this is even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just something I love to do, and I just keep pushing. I keep working hard. I can't pinpoint an exact moment for you, but
Yep.
If anything, I always felt like it was happening way back then, and now it is happening. But now I almost feel like it's not happening. You know what I mean? And I want to push to something else.
Absolutely.
I'm always striving to push forward. So. You know, hard work pays. I put in a hell of a lot of work all throughout this build up in the fight. I pumped out more content than anybody, more content than Fox, more content than ESPN, more content than BT Sport, more content than everybody on the Mag Live on my own channels. You know what I mean? I'm a workhorse from all angles, not just in the gym, but I'm building this media empire now myself, and we pumped out the content. I'm very proud of how it went.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Hopefully y'all can hear me. We are live, direct, full effect. I'm not able to turn on my camera this morning, having some little camera things going on. However, the value will be there. So if you all were wondering why you wouldn't be able to see my face as usual, just dealing with some little camera things, man. But things do pass. So we just gonna rock out today, but y'all can hear me loud and clear. I believe that my connection today is a little bit better than what it was that other night. That other morning. So I want to say, welcome back. And if y'all don't mind, man, make sure you go and share this link out with one or two people that you like, learn, or love. Let the nerds know to hop on here. Let the rest of our coffee and crypto community on Discord know that this is the last few minutes for them to click in and tap in. Okay, today's call is going to be extremely important, and I don't have time to waste. We lost some time on that very last episode. So if people want to get this information, they want to go ahead and show up right now to grow up for this opportunity. So make sure you send this out to people that you like, people that you love, people that you respect, and let them know that we are live, direct, and in full effect. Okay, and they should definitely be here right now. Okay, very, very important, because on the last episode, there were some things that we talked about kind of with XRP, and I want to go back over some of these. Things, with you, right? I want to go over some of these things that we kind of missed out on, and I don't want to rush it, right? So we know that XRP, when we were talking about the last time, and if you own XRP, right, or you invest into XRP, or you own, you have a little bit of XRP. What up, family? What's up? What up, YouTube? What up, family? All right. So if you own some XRP, just drop an XRP, okay, in the chat box, in the comments, blow it up real quick. And, especially on YouTube, really, really important to have that engagement up on YouTube and people dropping things over there, because it allows for it to get up on people's feed this morning, so that, because it's really about popularity. The more commenting, the more things that they see on our channel, the more that they will introduce this to people. And ultimately, we can reach and impact more and more people at a time. So, you know, if you're on YouTube, man, just drop around the XRPs for me, drop an around the XRPs for yourself. And let's keep this thing rolling because we know XRP is the chosen one. You know, we've been through this before. We've seen that it is absolutely without a doubt that the chosen one, right? And we know that Ripple, the company, is dealing with a lot of things. They have their hands in so much. And I believe that, you know, their very first use case, right? Their very first use case that actually came for XRP that most people know them for is cross-border payments, right? Dealing with cross-border payments. So I'm going to play a quick video because I did play this. I did play this video the other day, but I want to replay it because it's going to take me into what it is that we have to talk about today because I didn't get to cover it completely because of the kind of the breakup, right? So let's go ahead and get it going, man. Make sure you tell your friends and family, pop in, man. I appreciate y'all for dropping XRP. I appreciate y'all for dropping the coffees over on YouTube, here on Zoom. And if you have not pressed that subscribe button, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and lock in with us because this is going to be constant value weekly that you can get and gain and knowledge that you can have to keep you invested into your favorite digital assets, okay? So with that being said, let's dive into the first video.
With this tool, we're enabling use cases like real-time transfers. Imagine, receive a PIX. You want to convert this and do EFX, even like EFX. You close FX with a bank, it's possible through our APIs, you close this trade. If you're a Web3 company that one of our customers, they have stable coins on their wallet, if they want to convert this to reais and do automatic payout, this is possible. So this is what enables this technology. I think we have one question here. Do you use the Ripple or which platform for the cross-border payments? You want to answer this, Andres, or I can answer as well? So Ripple is a partner of ours. So we do partner with them in Mexico to do a bunch of those transactions, and it could be XRP, that's their native token, could be USDT. But all the transactions, they go through our platform at Bitso, the same way that Andres showed you, Ernesto. So if you have an account at Bitso, you receive your USDT, XRP, you do a trade, and then if you connect to our SPAY in Mexico, you can do payouts. And the same logic would work in Brazil, Colombia, and Argentina.
All right, so XRP, a settlement layer. We've talked about this plenty of times, right? And Bitso, the company, is a PSP, which is a payment service provider that capitalizes on the PIX faster payment system, is also Ripple's partner now. You know that PIX, okay, this PIX system, it is just like the FedNow system. Here in the US, we have a system for faster payments that's new now, called FedNow. And so this is their country and, their central bank ordinance when it comes to, their faster payment system. Okay. Now, if we go over to the PIX, if we go over to the Central Bank of Brazil's website, you'll see that underneath the financial stability section, Brazilian payment system, and then PIX, you come to the main website for PIX. Now, this isn't really important, and so I'm not going to really dive into what PIX is because we don't have a whole lot of viewers at this very moment that are in Brazil. So this doesn't really matter, right? But it does matter in the grand scheme of things that, family, there's faster payment systems everywhere. And with these new systems, again, there are technologies and there are softwares that have to be connected. There are technologies and softwares that have to be utilized, y'all, have use cases to be able to add value to the PIX network, right? Because there's so many moving pieces. And so I want to go back to this first document that I pulled. I was able to find this document when I was surfing a couple of days ago, and it's from the Central Bank of Brazil. And it talks about the IPFA, which the IPFA is nothing but the International Payments Framework Association, right? So this is based on the International Payments Framework Association and best practices in cross-border payments exchange. Now, I told you all, Ripple, their original use case was for cross-border payments, but if you really pay attention to what they're doing now with the new stable coin, with their abilities to be able to set up trust lines, and their abilities to be able to start to stake and lend and operate in DeFi and operate smart contracts, Ripple has come a very long way. And I believe that one of the biggest relationships that they have right now, that's the most important task for them, is making sure that they take advantage of this ISDA, the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, because we know the derivatives market is the largest market in the world. It's the largest money market in the world. And Ripple is the only blockchain company that is connected to the ISDA. Okay, you want to make sure you do your research on that. However, when it comes to Brazil, okay, their mission is to create a worldwide acceptance of a payments framework which facilitates interoperability between counterparties that enables more efficient cross-border payments processing. Okay, they're made up of 25 members today. Okay, and they are able to assist people for mapping between ISO 20022 and their local formats. Remember, there's going to be that cohabitation period. So that I talk about the cohabitation period, y'all, because if you're invested into XRP, XLM, XDC, and some of these other ISO tokens that have been talked about over time, right? We know that the cohabitation period is going to go from 2025, which we are literally, y'all, 3 months away now from 2025. It's September 12th today, y'all. My birthday is October 12th. So we're literally 30 days away from my birthday, right? From me being 32 years old. So I know that every time my birthday comes, the rest of the year is gone. You know what I mean? So like, y'all, if you do not have your stuff in order, I'm talking about your investments, y'all, your long-term portfolio. There's one thing to day trade and make money every day. What are you doing with that money? How are you managing that money? Where are you putting that money? Here on Coffee and Crypto on our podcast, we do not offer financial advice. I just let you all in on keys and tools and things that I'm investing into and that I believe in. And I'm giving you these things so you can go and do your own research, right? So don't just take what I'm saying and go and buy these assets. Do your own research, right? But you can come to this show and get the research, right? Isn't that amazing? Absolutely incredible. You can come here and get thorough research, okay? Now, I want to talk, so we're going to look at the bridge in practice, okay? Understand that, okay, they're going to be operating in USD, Euro, GBP, and CHF. Transactions from the US to Europe have access to accounts at all banks in most European countries. Transactions from Europe have access to accounts at all US banks. We can see a list of different banks and different things like that, PSPs that are listed as primary members of this organization, right? And here's some of the benefits for primary members, okay? So you have to be able to see that humans, us, we are not the primary members of this. So the fact that other people never heard of XRP before, people don't know anything about this stuff, does not surprise me anymore, family, because I understand that they are focused on primary members, which are banks and institutions, right? So check this out, okay? They're going to improve returns on investments by using ISO standards, improve returns on investment by using ISO standards, y'all. Okay, improve liquidity management. Do y'all see this right here? Improved liquidity management. What is XRP's number one role, y'all? Liquidity, y'all. Liquidity. Okay, now pay attention, because if these are the benefits for the primary members, I want to show y'all the affiliate members. Okay, as you can see, Ripple Labs, Swift, but we can see Ripple Labs. Okay, Ripple is listed directly as an affiliate member, which was really, really big for me, right? And here's the benefits for affiliate members. What are the benefits for Ripple being a part of this IPF framework, right? Well, check this out. It provides products and services to primary members. So number one, they're going to provide products and services to primary members. Who are the primary members? Okay, all of these banks and payment service providers that you can see right here. Okay, and probably more. Let's continue to go. What are some other benefits? Okay, engage in strategic dialogue to influence the rules and shape the organization to meet the requirements for the addressable markets. Okay, allow application providers, IT innovators, and others to create a platform to collaborate on providing credit push payment services, supporting cross-border e-commerce. Okay, so we are moving into IPFA 2.0. They have a new direction. Okay, they want to add instant payment options and revise membership categories. Okay, all of this is going to make sense, but again, y'all, this is all for banks, so it does not really matter for us, right? I pulled another document that came out a little while ago. This is directly from the Central Bank of Brazil, y'all. Okay, and it talks about distributed ledger technical research in Central Bank of Brazil. We know that distributed ledger technology was created. Okay, I won't say like, you know, I can't say directly by Ripple, but Ripple is one of the main players when it comes to DLT, and this entire document talks about DLT. What if you don't know what DLT is? Let me talk to you. Distributed ledger technology is a novel technology that powers trusted distributed databases. This paper presents a research of an IT department team of Central Bank of Brazil on the matter, the experience in analyzing the potential use cases, and the examination of some of the available platforms to develop working prototypes of a minimal real-time gross settlement system. Okay, everything that you need to know is right here. Okay, they said that they are, however, uncertain how it could be leveraged, even though multi-billion-dollar markets, cryptocurrencies, already present a successful use case of this technology. What cryptocurrencies are they talking about? So I went and I looked up Ripple, right? I went and looked up, I typed in Ripple, and it shows a bunch of different things. Okay, it talks about Bitcoin, okay, and Satoshi Nakamoto, okay, and then it talks about right here, it talks about well, it says, for example, Ripple. So they give Ripple as an example, you know, here in this particular page of this document. Okay, it talks about Ripple's interledger protocol, for instance, proposes to speed settlement times by integrating the central bank's ledgers through currency exchanges. Okay, so we can see that the central banks, even though they're not saying, hey, we choose Ripple, we can see clearly as day that they are talking about this technology, right? Look at this right here, y'all. Let's read this. You can't skip through it. Like DJ Khaled say, take it easy. Take it easy. You know, like DJ Khaled say, slow down, take it easy, okay? So let's take it easy. The institution deems its trial as positive, although it points out some pending challenges that should be tackled in subsequent proofs of concept, particularly the handling of availability of liquidity, listen, y'all, in cross-border payments is to be explored since Ripple, look at this, y'all, the tested blockchain technology was designed for retail and corporate transactions, an application where such feature is not essential. Did y'all just read that? Look at that, y'all. Ripple, the tested blockchain technology. Can y'all light me up real quick? What are you saying right now? What are you talking about right now? Let's go. Can y'all light me up real quick? Okay? Light me up, man. Light me up. Because where else do you go and get this information? Okay? Where else do you go and get this information? Okay? Now, let's continue to push forward a little bit. Okay? Now, I want to go back to this right here, to the members list one more time. And I want y'all to take a look at something else. There's a company right here called it's up here. So primary members, Earthport. Has anybody ever heard of Earthport before? Drop some love, drop something in the chat box if you ever heard of Earthport. Anybody ever heard of Earthport before? Nope. Oh, wow. All right, let me show y'all something. You feel me? This is why you'll come to class. You know, this is why you come to class. So you see how one of their primary members is named Earthport? All right, let's go look at who Earthport is. If I type in Earthport, number one, the very first thing that comes up on Visa's website, visa.com. Look at this, y'all. Visa.com. This was in 2019. Visa acquires control of Earthport. Okay, now, so Visa owns this company called Earthport. Now, if I scroll down a little bit more, okay, y'all can see that it says Visa acquires Ripple partner Earthport. Okay, Earthport is a cross-border automated clearinghouse for payments. It's an automated clearinghouse, and Ripple is a partner or was a partner, meaning if Visa acquired Earthport, then wouldn't you like to think that, you know, they also are connected in with Ripple? This is heavy stuff, y'all. This is heavy stuff, y'all. Okay. So it says currently, Visa enables payments to be sent to or from Visa cards. This acquisition will make it possible for Visa clients to enable individuals, businesses, and governments to utilize Visa to send and or receive money through bank accounts around the world. With the acquisition of Earthport, Visa expects to be able to reach the vast majority of the world's banked population and allow them to easily, quickly, and securely move money worldwide. Very strategic move back in 2019 by Earthport. Y'all lit with me right now or what? So I got a quick video for y'all real quick, and then we're going to dive into some charts. Enjoy.
You could argue that the original stablecoin was the Bretton Woods Agreement. Go with me here. The dollar was pegged to a fixed value of gold, and other currencies were pegged to the dollar. The primary difference between the Bretton Woods Agreement and the proposed stablecoin being their underlying assets that they derive their value from. Gold being a true store of value, whereas the US dollar is obviously not. It's at the mercy of government spending and geopolitical risk. Hence the reason that we've lost over 25% of our purchasing power in the last 5 years. The other thing we can learn from this is how the Bretton Woods Agreement ended. Gold convertibility was suspended.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserves.
So the United States was able to keep what gold it had, whereas the rest of the world was stuck with US dollars that really had no value. There was a perceived value because everyone kind of had to keep using them, but they were stuck in a system that chipped away at their purchasing power. Of course, the true wealth in this example was gold. And if all of these countries had held tremendous amounts of gold to begin with instead of USD, they would have protected their wealth instead of being left with a made-up currency. And this exact scenario is why everyone needs to own physical gold today. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't trust that the Federal Reserve or the US government has my best interest at heart. I don't believe that they want me to protect my wealth outside of the system, because then that means that I have power. If you protect yourself with gold, they can't devalue it in the same way. They can't quietly confiscate it through taxes and inflation.
So, ooh, okay, gold. Gold is not playing, y'all. Gold has broke out, which obviously we all saw that. Okay, but I want to go to the weekly chart for gold. And we're going to go back to 1971. Okay, 1971. Okay, so in 1971, when they took us off of, you know, when the Bretton Woods Agreement came out and they took us off of the gold standard. Okay, and it was in March. Okay, Gold was priced in. Do y'all see how wealthy people got? I don't think y'all really paid attention. So let me make sure that y'all can really see what's going on real quick. Let's go to 1971 right here. Okay. How much was gold worth back in like 1971, March? Can somebody let me know roughly how much it was worth back then? Okay. All right. So I want to show y'all the value of, buying something and, holding that asset over time. Okay. Okay. Pay attention, y'all. Okay. This ain't about trading. Okay. I don't care about trading gold. Okay. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the long-term viability of gold. It was around $37. Okay. $37. Okay. We saw gold, okay, go on a mean uptrend up to 1974, where it went from $31 to $195. You got to pay attention to this stuff because, XRP can do the same thing. Okay. Now pay attention. Then gold started to draw back. Okay. Test some areas. And then it made its next all-time high at 238 around 1978. So you guys see that's 3 years later, right? Gold went down, it went sideways, and it went up, and then it went down, and then it went sideways, and then it went up, right? And then it went up. And then by 1980, that's 2 years later, we were at an 800 and something, so we're right now getting into the 80s. Is there anybody that grew up in the 80s? Anybody grew up in the 80s? Because this is January 7th of 1980. You could have had some gold at $864 back then. Okay, $864. Anybody grew up in the 80s? Okay, cool. Then we had a major pullback, kind of like Bitcoin, right? A good old pullback from like 850 back down to 300. Okay, and then what happened? It just went sideways, right? All the way through the 80s. Gold went sideways the entire time. It did not go parabolic. Even in the beginning of the 90s, gold was still, and it went down even more, right? In the 90s, then the 2000s hit and gold was down, right? Central banks were not buying gold back then. But after the dot-com bubble, central banks started to buy more gold. And as you can see, we went from that high, which we had, right? We've seen that before in the past, and we went to uncharted territories of $1,000 per ounce. And as you can see, ever since then, gold has been pretty much on an uptrend. In September 2011, okay, gold was at its all-time $1,900, almost $2,000, kind of like Ethereum. Then we had a good old pullback and then sideways movement. And then we finally broke up here, and now gold is at $2,000, and it just continues to break through highs. So I wanted to show you all this to show you that if you consider this your 1970s moment, just think about the investments that you're making and where they'll be, in the next 40, 50 years. And if you don't have 40, 50 years, think about where it'll be for your family, for your grandkids, for your children. Think about them and do this to the highest level for them. Set them up right now. Okay? So that is what I see with gold. And so, I'm not going to go into any charting. I just wanted to keep it very simple and show y'all that, this is the time when central banks have been, and they're still doing it. They're continuing to buy and buy and buy gold up. And if we're not, investing in at least digital goals like Bitcoin, digital assets, okay, then what is it that we have? So I'm going to continue to push forward. Okay. I wanted to show y'all this. Okay. Accenture. I know y'all remember the company MTech. Go ahead and drop some MTechs in the chat box if y'all remember the company MTech. Anybody know about MTech? And also, what blockchain does MTech build on? Let me go ahead and test y'all real quick. What blockchain does MTech build on? Y'all know it's one of my favorite blockchains out there, so y'all should know about it, right? All right. Shout out to B. Shout out to Brian. Hedera, okay? MTech is a part of HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph. So check this out. Accenture invest in MTech to modernize central bank operations. This came out September 10th, fresh off the press, okay? Okay. The investment in MTech comes as the number of fintech steadily increases. The regulatory landscape becomes more complex, and many central banks look to update their payment systems to facilitate faster payments and explore developing a central bank digital currency. Okay. So they chose to work with MTech, right? Because of the major plays that MTech is rolling through, right? And their CEO is a Black woman. Her name is Carmel Cadet, okay, CEO of MTech. Okay. And she does not play games. She is locked in and focused on the future. And so I thought that this was pretty interesting. And so I went over to Accenture's website and, I just started looking through things, and I went to their blockchain area, right, which I love to go to on these companies' websites. And it talks about financial services infrastructure. Remember, the key word is infrastructure. Reimagine, okay? You want to reimagine how financial transactions are processed from payments to post-trade processing. All right, transforming financial services. What are the services? Capital markets and exchanges, okay? CBDCs, cross-industry exchanges, trade finance, trade to settle tokenized digital assets, okay? You can see that Accenture is a member of the Digital Dollar Project alongside Ripple as well. Okay, and so they've written things for the Digital Dollar Project, and we know Accenture is just really, really, really big. Okay, and even the U.S. OCC interpretive letter on DLT, we just went over DLT. Okay, Accenture had a major play to talk about this with the Office of the Controller of the Currency. The Office of the Controller of the Currency is the big dog, the big kahina. Okay, the big kahina. Okay, so as you can see, metaverse talks about all these different things. Okay. I pulled the document, okay, because y'all know me. Y'all know how I get down. Okay. Y'all can't expect me to not pull the documents because this is what we do. Okay. So this document right here came directly from Accenture's website, but this was the OCC, the Office of the Controller of the Currency, interpretive letter 1174 for DLT and stable coins. Why do you think Ripple is now creating their stable coin? Let's go, y'all. Okay. It talks about a lot of stuff here. Okay. It talks about a lot of stuff here. CBDCs, different things. I'm a little nosy, and, I wonder, if, hold on one second, y'all. Let me, I'm not sure what just happened there, but let me exit out of full screen right quick. All right, there we go. So we exit out of full screen. My bad, y'all. And okay, so Ripple is listed. It looks like Ripple's listed once. They could be talking about a ripple effect, but let's see how it's listed. Look at that, y'all. DLT platform. I can't make this stuff up. Okay, read this. DLT platforms represent in many respects an evolution of exchanging value and communication among banks. Banks have maintained strictly autonomous ledgers and communicate with external entities, mostly through trusted messaging systems. Okay, DLT platform consists of synchronized ledgers distributed through a peer-to-peer network. We know that Ripple is a peer-to-peer network. DLT platforms include Corda, Hyperledger Fabric, Quorum, Ripple, Tezos, and other. Each platform exhibits distinct features and functionalities, can be permissioned or public to enable payment-related activities. Platforms can be open source or enterprise grade, offering different performances, okay? So as you can see, Ripple is mentioned as a DLT platform. Light it up one time, y'all. Let's go. Okay, let's get it, because this is the information that we need, y'all. And and with that being said, that's really all of the catching up that I had to do, the things that we missed out on. Okay, the things that we missed out on last episode. I hope that you all enjoyed this information. As you can see, there's so many different moving pieces for DLT. So if you're wondering, man, why has Ripple not taken off? Why have these technologies not taken off? You got to understand that they are still building the infrastructure. Okay, the infrastructure was already built for meme coins. Okay, it don't take much to create $100 coin and a bunch of them and distribute them with some influencers. That does not take a lot. But when it comes to real projects, y'all, you have to be patient. You have to slow down to catch up. So with that being said, you want to know why I
Why do I
invest
hold
in
XRP?
You want to know why?
Because Ripple's the choke.
You want to know why I invest in XRP? Well, pay attention to this video and we're going to get up out of here.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director at SWIFT, former SWIFT board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple.
Ripple, XRP, y'all. So does it seem like this technology is going away anytime soon? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I want to say thank y'all so much for hopping on today's call. Before we get up out of here, I want to make a couple of announcements. If number one, if you know that you need to sit down with someone and get your portfolio in order, and I'm talking about, because some of you all have money, but you have it in the wrong places. And that could be not in crypto or in digital assets like crypto. And I offer rediversification, sessions. I offer diversifying sessions. So if you are, wanting to get your portfolio, right, to a point where, you can have someone that can sit down and really coach you through your mindset, sit down with you with your finances, create a plan, a strategic plan. The time is now. Is there, if there's anybody on the call that knows that they need that, make sure that you all reach out to me directly. Let me know. Okay. Let me know that you need help and we can set up a one-on-one session. Make sure that you have everything in the proper wallets. Make sure that you're staking properly. There's so many avenues, right? Making sure that you are leveraging crypto in ways that other people are not even thinking right now. Since I've had Helium Mobile, y'all, I got to bring it back up. It's been a while since we talked about Helium Mobile, right? So let me show y'all. I could show you better than I could tell you where we're sitting right now, even with Helium Mobile, okay? So let me show y'all real quick where we're at right now with the Helium Mobile so that y'all can kind of see, what's up. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen really fast, okay? And, okay, so you should be able to see my screen. There y'all go, okay? Now, as you can see, That's my phone number. Y'all can screenshot that. I mean, feel free to hit me up. You know, if you want some crazy stuff, I will block you. All right. But as you can see, it's $20 a month, unlimited everything. These are the types of things that like I focus on helping people start to do because most people want to know, how can I make crypto real today? Right. So as you can see, my phone number is there, all of these different things. Okay. Okay. They do this thing called data mapping. Okay. If you have not seen this before, I'm just showing you. By sharing your location, you enable a better, more efficient Helium network and can earn mobile rewards in the process. Okay, so you say, well, what is mobile? So if we go over to CoinMarketCap and we type in mobile, okay, we type in mobile, okay, as you can see, okay, Helium Mobile is a token, okay, and it's the number 340th token in the world. Okay, very, 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 still a good rank. Okay, and it's early. They build on Solana's network, which means it's going to do well. So today we're sitting at 1/10 of a penny. As you all can see, every day, y'all, every day, look at that. Every day I earn mobile tokens. Imagine getting hundreds. I was getting thousands. Imagine getting hundreds though now of coins every single day. Look at that, y'all. I was earning 461, 499, and then on August 30th, something happened with the network, and I started earning double. Right? I started actually earning double. There we go. Okay. So I started earning double, y'all. As you can see, you know, every day. Well, this is when I went out of the country and I lost my phone. Okay. And I broke my phone. But as you can see, over these last couple of, like literally, y'all, since January, I've earned 182,000 coins, and I got 2,000 of them in a holding tank right now, almost 3,000. Okay. So I got 2,000 in the holding tank. I will be at 200,000 coins before the year ends. Now, if we go and do the math on that, 182,566, let's go ahead and do that. 182,566. That's how many I own today. But listen, my goal is 200,000, right? I mean, that's a little bit of them compared to a lot of y'all whales out there, and that's cool. But I'm not buying Helium Mobile. I'm earning it, right? I don't need to go out and buy it because I got in the project early enough, right? But let's say once I'm at 200,000 coins, today it's at 1/10 of a penny. As y'all can see, it was worth like $200, okay? Still really dope, okay? But if we take that 200,000 coins and I times that by a dime, okay, 10 cents, okay. So listen, y'all, if I just stay at 200,000, if I end the service at 200,000 coins, don't have the phone service, they can't take these assets back from me. I own these assets outright, okay. They're in my wallet. I can own them, okay. Check this out. At a dime, that's $20,000, y'all. $20,000 every time it moves one dime. Okay? I need y'all to realize that this is about to get real for us, y'all. And to miss an opportunity in a play like Helium Mobile, I think is a really big mistake, in my opinion, right? I'm just giving y'all some extra gems at the end, but I just want y'all to see the money, you know? How about this? How about this? Let's go and look. Let's go and look, okay, at some projects that may be built on the Solana ecosystem, okay? Let's see if I can actually find that. I'm not sure if I can find that, but I know that I can. Let's see here. I'm just going to put Solana, okay? And okay, well, a lot of this stuff is meme coins on Solana, okay? However, I just want to show y'all that it is possible, y'all. It is absolutely possible, you know, for this token, Helium Mobile, to go to unexpected prices, you know, especially with Solana being the new Ethereum for this particular bull run, right? So, you know, if Helium Mobile, you know, decides that it wants to go to, you know, let's just talk about it. You know, we saw 20,000. We got 200,000 coins. If it decides it wants to go to, you know, let's just say it goes to $5, you know, at $5, that's $1 million. So when we talk about turning your phone into an ATM, we really out here turning our phone to an ATM. And when I cash out $1 million on Helium Mobile Plus, because we're not stopping at 200,000 coins, it's my phone service now. So when we cash out $1 million, you know, off of Helium Mobile, you guys will know how this play happened and how we got started. And you'll be able to document this process with me. Go back to these calls,